What's up, guys? It is 9 o'clock Eastern on Tuesday, and as promised, we're going live. I have a very special guest I'm going to be bringing on tonight. I can't wait to share this very quick, very brief live with you, and you're going to like it. It's going to be really good. Brendan Fagan, what's up, Brendan? How you doing, man? My boy from Philly. Todd Hughes, what's up, Todd? Yeah, so guys, I guess we'll give it a few minutes here and wait for some people to join. Waiting for my special guest to join so I can bring. Hang on one second. There we go. I just had somebody call me out of New York. That's the one thing I think I'm gonna have to start like putting my phone in airplane mode and running off of Wi-Fi, because if your phone rings when you're doing a live, it like cuts out the broadcast. I figured out. So anyway, what can I tell you guys, man? It's finally nice here. It's cool. The weather is beautiful. Oh wait, hold on. There's my boy. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Bring on my special guest, and we'll get started, guys. We'll give it another minute. Darin,
Brian, what's up, man?
what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Like I told you in the call a few minutes ago, we did. I've never been better than this moment right here, right now, man.
You and me both, man. You and me both. So funny how you meet people in life, right? I mean, I was at an event. Where were we? In Chicago, right, Darin? When I met you,
Chi-town, my hometown. Yep.
your hometown, and I'm looking around. I see this guy, and I see this real buff and fit guy. And did anybody ever tell you that you look like John Cena by any chance?
Hey, Brian, you can, after this is over with, if you Google search Darin Steen looks like John Cena, there's about 7,000 hits on YouTube.
Okay.
I won. I've gotten paid to impersonate him 3 or 4 times.
Okay, all right, nice.
A lot of fun.
I was gonna say that to you, but I just met you and I didn't want you to like hit me or anything, so I decided not to. You know what I mean?
Brian, I'm 53 years young. I played 14 years of football. These muscles are for show. They're not for goal, brother.
All right, okay, all right, nice, man, nice. So, dude, I'm so excited to have you on. You know, I for so many years, I think since I frankly started using Facebook, I've been known as the real estate guy, right? I mean, investing and education and coaching and mentoring and all that. And my whole world, my whole network has been around real estate investing. And all of a sudden, you know, earlier this year, I started posting about the gel, and everybody's like, well, Brian, what the hell are you talking about? What's this all about? Some people I've spoken to, some I haven't. So I figured, you know what? After we met and we've had some great conversations, I said, let's have a nice conversation live. So all of my friends, all of my contacts, anybody who's watching this, your friends, could know exactly why we're doing what we're doing, and what's in it for them. You know, what's in it for everybody watching this on the replay or live. Why are they tuning in, and what we're about to talk about and how it can change their life. Guys, I don't say that lightly. What we're about to talk about in the next 15, 20 minutes will change your life. It'll change your life physically. It'll change your life financially. It'll change your life in the relationships in your life. And I don't say that lightly. So I want to get right into it. Darin, I'm so excited. Thank you for coming on tonight. Why don't you tell us who you are? I heard, okay, so I actually was talking to somebody about you. I had that guy over there, and he said something like you're a famous celebrity trainer. You've done stuff with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You work with Dr. Mercola. I was like, wow, because I know obviously who both those people are. So tell us a little bit about your background and what have you done?
Cool, Brian. Well, thanks. I appreciate the opportunity. And before I get into that, can we just tell, there's a lot of my friends on here that if they got any questions, we will get to them after we're done. We're going to make this short and sweet, but we promise we will follow through and give you the information, the answers that you need. I just want to say that.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, thanks, Brian. It's, it's my version of who I think I am. And I feel like I'm really transparent at this stage of my life. But who I am is what has flowed out of my mouth, and people ask me that for the last 3 or 4 years, is I'm a student of life. I'm a father raising 2 teenage daughters that don't have a mother. And after that, I'm a personal trainer, healthy lifestyle coach that loves to role model the father youth to the best of my ability, so that other people can go towards a better version of themselves. That's who I feel like I am.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And so what's the deal with this Schwarzenegger connection and Dr. Mercola? Tell us about that.
Well, before I tell of 2 of my successes, I would like to tell people that I've had 4 or 5 business failures. I've had a nervous breakdown. I had a marriage disintegrate because I was working 24/7, but I was the busiest trainer in the world for Lifetime Fitness from 2001 to 2005 after a 15-year truck driving career at UPS. And I was pounding on my chest, bought the $500,000 home, bought the Millennium Yellow convertible Corvette. I was the man, but all that came crashing down. And I almost ended everything because when you can't support your kids, when you lose your house, lose your car, lose your business, lose your faith in humanity, lose your sanity, and all of a sudden you have this nervous breakdown feeling where you can't wake up. I started to look at my insurance policy and seeing what would happen to my daughters. And one day, one of my best friends, I called him up, and I didn't put the Glock 45 to my head. And I'm not being dramatic here. I'm just being straight shooter, man. But Randy's his name, and I called him up, and he spent about 12 hours, and I was on my hands and knees on the floor, and he wanted to take me to the psych ward because he didn't know what else to do. And I had a decision to make right there. It was like the weight of the world on my shoulders. And I said, don't take me to the psych ward. And I pulled myself out. That was 9 years ago. Wow. But I don't want people to think that Darin Steen's this great dude that does these big things. Every entrepreneur's got a similar story. 2 years ago, Arnold Schwarzenegger sees the trend. He wants to get away from in fact, he told the judges, we can't award these bloated, drug-infested bodybuilders anymore. He's more about empowering people to go towards living stronger and longer and going towards the anti-aging movement, obviously. But he's stuck in a position where on 7 different continents, he has the Arnold Sports Classic. Do you know, Brian, that one Arnold Sports Classic has more people attending to watch and more participants than the Olympics? Did you know that?
No, that's crazy,
right,
man.
You think there's a little bit of money in bodybuilding supplements?
Just a bit, right?
So Arnold 2 years ago said, you know what? I want to go away from that a little bit, and I'm going to have what's called the Arnold Sports Classic is the name of the event. It's in Columbus, Ohio, in the States. It's in March every year, and Rob Fletcher headed it up for him, and they had America's Next Great Trainer search. For a year, they scoured the world to come up with the best trainers. They had an internet process of narrowing it down to 50 of the best. For 2 days, they brought 10 certification boards, the only 10 in the world, ACE, NASM, ISSA, all the personal training boards, either their CEO or a representative, and they put us in front of a movie crew because they were going to do a reality TV show. They put us in front of an audience, in front of the 10 judges, and they stringently, for the first time in the history of competition, said they're going to really test us to see our abilities to inspire other people to get in the best shape of their life and live longer and stronger. And after a 2-day process, I came out the #1 champion. I'm the champ. They awarded me $15,000 check, and I'm still the reigning champ to this day. No one's taken the title from me.
Wow.
So that's one of my notches in my holster. Absolutely.
So you literally won the whole thing as pretty much the best trainer in the world. Right?
I won the whole thing, and I'm the reigning champ. There's been several personal trainers of the year's award. That's like Mr. America or Mr. USA. You got to understand who put the show on, who was the organization, how many competitors went. This was a big deal. Never has 10 personal training boards been together and stringently test for 2 days the finalists. I'll just
I find that's really interesting. So here we are talking about you being natural, you being against drugs, against the PEDs, the performance enhancing drugs, and being very proud of the fact that you've had these, literally worldwide recognition for being a natural bodybuilder, trainer, educator. And here you are, working with now using this HGH gel, this product that we're here to talk about. What was it about the product that impressed you? I mean, what was the reason that you even caught interest in it, somebody of your stature?
And how much of a shitstorm do you think has come at me because of this?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay. So what was your question?
So like, what was it about the product? I mean, a lot of people watching maybe for the first time, they're just tuning in to see what is this gel. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience and how what attracted you to it and what are you looking for out of it?
Great question. They pretty much had me at hello when I was turned on to it by Ben Quigley. Why? Because at the age of 2, I had a polycystic tumorous swelled kidney removed, and I've had 1 kidney ever since. So that forced me to be bent towards not drugs, not steroids and pills, but holistic natural choices.
Was that cancer, Darin? Was that cancer?
You know what? Polycystic tumorous kidney, I don't think it's considered cancer. I'm not quite for sure.
Okay.
It's a form of cancer, I believe.
Okay.
And so I had my right hip fully replaced this last February after I tried 40 natural holistic homeopathic techniques, and I wrote a blog post about it. I'm geeked out on that stuff. I love it because of 25 years as a competitive athlete. That's all I went towards. I got my head out of the bodybuilding magazines about 20 years ago. I realized they were supplement catalogs by guys on drugs. Didn't make sense to me. So with that being said, when they told me about this human growth hormone, which obviously I knew that was the master hormone. It's the quarterback. It's the Tom Brady. All other hormones and enzymes follow suit, and it diminishes as we get older. And it's the ultimate youth hormone. When someone said there was a homeopathic option that was affordable that you could rub on your skin, I was like, okay, I'm in. And because of my 25 years of understanding what homeopathic medicine is, so it was the fact that I had overcome the physical challenge of my life and looking for that kind of stuff. So they had me at hello. And I was in a really bad spot. You know, I have entrepreneur ADD, just like anybody. And when you're trying to do something like juggle family, in my case, raising 2 teenage daughters that don't have a mother, and run 2 businesses, this is my private studio here in Chicago, it's not easy. And the stress of leaving security, UPS in 2001, no 401k, no benefits. If I don't, every week I have a 0 paycheck and it's 100% commission. So
it's an entrepreneur, man. You write your own check. There's nothing coming every other Friday. I know all about it since 2002.
Absolutely.
You know?
So they had me at hello, and I was like, all right. But I was through my 4th cycle, about 3 to 4 months of depression, where I was at anxiety out the roof. I was canceling clients that were paying me $150 a session. I charge super high fees for a private studio where I do 12-week transformations, and I couldn't get out of bed. I slept through the whole day, lied, called off for 5 sessions, and I was in a really bad spot when my buddy Ben Quigley reached out to me and told me about this opportunity. I purchased it because, like I said, homeopathic things really tripped my trigger, and I understand homeopathy, and I wanted a try at human growth hormone and boosting it because I was in a bad spot. So I bought it. It came in. I put it on the shelf. I rubbed it on one day, but because my power belief was pretty low, I didn't get consistent. Ben nudged me along the next week and said, Darin, this thing's going to help your sleep, libido, mood. People are having amazing results. And he started to put pressure on me. So I said, you know what? You paid $170 for it. Why not try it? So I applied it for 2 days in a row. And the second day that I applied it in the morning and at night, probably was applying it wrong because the instruction video wasn't really that great back then. And I woke up before the alarm and my eyes opened up, and it was just like a feeling like I can't lay back down. I need to get up because if I lay my head back down, my eyes are open. And I'm thinking about, hey, starting my day. So I started my day. I got to the club, and my anxiety got a little bit lower when I got fulfilled my 5 one-on-one sessions. The next day, I got up easier, and I started to feel anxiety a little bit less. And the 3rd or 4th day, I noticed libido increase. And I'm 53, and I'm a pretty average guy in that area. But when you're depressed and your hormones are low and you're not eating. I'm not drinking water. To all of a sudden see the libido come back, I'm like, yeah, this is nice. And then at the end of that week of taking it 2 doses, morning and night, 5 days in a row, I started to feel somewhat normal with no anxiety. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I know it sounds odd and hard to believe, but I started looking at the ingredients. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
So the next week got better. 3 weeks in a row, and my clients are like, I salvaged my clients barely because I was canceling for 2 to 4 months. And I started as a personal trainer. You don't want to tell someone that you're depressed. I mean, so I started fibbing, and I came clean with everybody. Some of them been with me for 4 or 5 years. They all said, you got one more chance, bro. I lost a couple. But by week 4, they were feeding off my energy again. And then what was really cool was my right shoulder started feeling less painful when I put on my shirt in the morning. My right shoulder was inoperable, bone spurs, burst of sex inflamed. I know what I got to do, about 10 minutes of physical therapy before I can do any exercises. But I know what it feels like when I go to sleep. I know what it feels like when I'm showering. I know what it feels like when I put my shirt. I'm like, I can get my shirt on a little bit easier. I'm like, is this really starting to improve my shoulder? When they did my hip, Brian, they said that, I said, my hip is amazing. Thank you very much. Look at my shoulder now. What can you do? They scanned it. Inoperable bone spurs. Burst of sac was really inflamed. The bone spurs were too close to the big vein on the veins of the arm. He said, we can't operate. He said, continue doing whatever you're doing. We can't help you. So when that shoulder started feeling better, about the 5th week, 6th week, I said, I'm going to sit down after warming it up. It's popping and clicking and grinding less as I go through my day, and I do the cross ball in the wall to warm it up. So I'm like, something's changing. I said, I'm going to try it I pressed over my head for a set with no weight. I went up to 10, 12, 15 pounds. I'm like, this is awesome, man. And it's continued to get better and better ever since. Jimbo, my buddy in from Hawaii, was spotting me before this on the chest press, and I'm feeling unbelievable advancements in working through beat up scar tissue. And I'm just like totally elated, Brian. So with that happening about week 8, I said, you know what? I'm going to start reaching out and telling other people about this and offering this to them as customers. And it wasn't hard for me to do because it's very easy for me to tell people that this is bioidentical. It's made from 191 botanical plants. It's called somatropin. It's in a gel. The technology nowadays is so incredible with homeopathic medicine that and then I explained to them that we microdose it 5 days on, 2 days off. And all of a sudden, people were like, that sounds incredible. And I'm going to get on. So that's been 5-6 weeks now. And I presently have, with the help of Ben Quigley, I have approximately 115 distributors in my organization and 10 customers. And I feel this new lease on life with my body and my energy, my focus. And I feel this new lease on life with a business that's really just growing on its own.
You know, you said a couple things I want to hit on. You know, this is not for bodybuilders. This is not for, you know, some people watching have been very inactive, right? If they're not looking to go in the gym and get all jacked up, that's not what this is. No. Guys, you have to understand, you know, a holistic homeopathic medicine like this, the herbal base, the 3 main ingredients. We always talk, Darin, about the HGH. I think it's the sexiest thing in our product, the human growth hormone. And everybody knows the Hollywood celebrities and everybody, that's why they don't age. And we all know that. But the other ingredients, right? The thyroidinum, the glandular support, the help for the thyroid and the adrenals. Everybody in this country seems to be, you know, have suffered from adrenal fatigue because people are so raced up on caffeine and jacked up and busy, and the kids. The average person, and I think that's the mass appeal of what we're talking about here. Even if someone doesn't go to the gym, you know, people, how many people do you know in this country that would like to sleep better? You know, nobody. I heard a doctor recently saying that the one of the largest epidemics, if not number one in this country, is lack of sleep. People aren't sleeping. And if you're not sleeping, your body's not repairing itself. It's not producing that growth hormone. Therefore, you're going to have those afternoon crashes. And if nothing else but people could use a natural product like this and actually get their energy back and start sleeping, your world's going to change. And then you say to yourself, you know, you're 53, I'll be 44 this month. How many people have problems with their joints? How many people, whether it's the knee, the shoulder, the elbow, the back, the neck? I mean, it seems like everybody has these problems. And if you don't want to go under the knife, or maybe you already did like me, you know my story. I've had 3 operations on my left knee between 2009 and 11. I did the physical therapy. Well, in 2013, 2 years when I was done, and I was like, dude, it still hurts. I can't use this knee. I can walk, but I can't lift. I can't go snowboarding with my sons. It hurts. It freaking hurts. What can I do? Bri, there's nothing we can do. We've already operated. And I literally resigned myself back then to say, this is my life. I mean, I can't use the leg. Dude, a month in, when I woke up and my knee wasn't sore and I started testing it and I squatted with just the bar, and I was definitely afraid I would be limping the next day, and it didn't. And then progressively it got stronger and stronger. I went snowboarding with my sons for the first time in 7 years. Like, this changed my life. I mean, so we have something here, and everybody's, oh, why, you know, you're the real estate guy. What are you talking about this gel? Listen, I'm an entrepreneur. First and foremost, I still have my real estate. You still have your training company, Darin. And I think that's the thing people need to understand in a business like this is, yeah, we're looking for people to try it. It'll change your life physically, but there's a business aspect and component of this, which is second to none. We have literally put ourselves in front of a trend that is absolutely going viral, that has an upside unlike anything I've ever seen. Dude, you know, when I talk to these businessmen and I'm like, you know, think about Bitcoin early days, think about Apple stock. Everybody likes to look back and say, oh, well, I would have, I should have. Well, guess what? We literally are at the infancy of a product, once again, that is a complete category changer. It's never been released to the public. If you wanted to get growth hormone prior to this product, you got to go to the doctor, stick a needle in yourself, get on a 6-month regimen, and be prepared to pay around $1,500 a month. Most people don't want to do that, can't afford to do that. And here you have something that's 90% cheaper. Most people can afford, you know, and it's going to get them the same results. My God, if that's not a winner, I don't know what is. And that's why I'm so excited and passionate about what I do. And for anybody that I've had the opportunity to get on the phone with, they understand it. Like, guys, listen, I'm a real estate guy and I always will be. And I have my IT consulting firm and I'm still doing coaching and I have my marketing company and I'm an entrepreneur. I believe in multiple streams of income, but this happens to be the best one I've ever seen in 43 years. So it's kind of hard not to get passionate about it. You know, you tie in the family aspect. I never thought I'd go snowboarding again. Laying on the mountain with my sons, as silly as it may sound, was like, it was a dream, dude. It was a dream. And so it gave me that piece of my life back.
Nice.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's, and I think it's important that people understand that this is not a bodybuilding thing, guys. This isn't a muscle build. This is about your health. This is about your energy, your joints. It's your mental clarity, your libido, like you mentioned. God, we have these Facebook testimonial groups, Darin. You know, when I first started using the product in December, they didn't exist. Now there's tens of thousands of people on there. Women, you literally see wrinkles, you know, diminishing and almost disappearing. You hear about the hot flashes and pre and postmenopausal women, their symptoms diminishing or going away. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, dude. It's just insane.
Brian, I've never seen anything like it either. I've been raising my family as a personal trainer for 19 years straight. I've served the Chicagoland community. My word is my bond. I am getting a shitstorm of people coming at me. What are you doing, Darin? I had a major, successful multi-level marketing company president and their head distributor call me viciously 2 days ago. I got attacked today by a dude that's super popular on YouTube. Guess why? There's millions and millions of dollars here that are at stake, and they're losing traction. I got to talk to my personal trainers, Brian, for 1 minute.
Yeah, please.
I had 20 personal trainers call in about this, and they said, is it safe? Is it effective? And is it going to cause problems with people who have cancer? Is it going to exacerbate that? I think we talked about the safety of it, but I want to talk about that issue. And if anybody knows what homeopathic medicine is, it was created in 1890 by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, who said less more often is better. Let's give them this very small amount of the active ingredient so we can get the positive results we're looking for, but not have the negative side effects. And the main thing with homeopathic medicine in this instance is that our body gets urged and nudged to produce more natural human growth hormone by a pituitary gland getting happier, and our thyroid and adrenals working better. So here's the thing. I'm not a doctor. Don't quote me on this. But if you got a cancer and you're afraid that this product is going to exacerbate something negative in your body, the chance of that is super, super low, because our body is an incredible self-healing machine. It's the most incredible pharmacy in the world. And when you allow it to percolate and create its own antibiotic hormones, it will never produce too much. It will do what it will stop before it produces too much to cause exacerbation of negative growth of cancer cells. Does that make sense?
Well, it does, especially the fact that I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor. And, you know,
Wow.
if I thought for 1 second that a product like this would make my cancer come back and I would lose my life and therefore leave 5 children fatherless, I would never touch this. You know, I went to my doctors. I asked them, they reviewed it and they said, Brad, there's nothing in here. When my son, who's on the needles, the growth hormone, one of my sons has been on it for 5 years. And I spoke to the endocrinologists, the chief ones at the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, and then got a second and third opinion and found out that this particular form of the bioidentical human growth hormone has been around since 1984. And there is not one direct correlation and cause to cancer. You can't say this and this and this caused this. It's never been proven. It's this myth. It's this theory that people like to think, and they say growth. Well, wouldn't that make all cells grow, including bad ones? That's not how it works. And if it doesn't work that way with the injections, what do you think the chances are of that happening with a homeopathic microdose, right?
Absolutely. And before we exit this and give the people an opportunity to ask us questions and consider getting more education or utilizing this product, I got to say, for 1 minute, I got called out by a guy that has made millions of dollars selling supplements. He sold one of those companies, and now he's got another one. He's making millions of dollars again, and he viciously attacked me today on social media. And it was wrong on all accounts. And this is a big one. He said that an FDA registration is nothing more than paperwork anybody can fill out, and an FDA approved product is the real deal. FDA, and we're not FDA approved. Well, surprise alert, an over-the-counter medication cannot be FDA approved. Only prescription drugs can. FDA registered is absolutely the creme de la creme, and all of our laboratories are FDA approved. It's a don't quote me on this, but Brian, maybe you can help me out. It's a 7-step stringent process from the quality of the ingredients in the beginning, 7 steps in 3 weeks. We had to shut down production because they didn't pass the inspection. So the facility where these ingredients in this product's made are super high quality, and we do have FDA approved labs. I just wanted to put that out there.
Well, yeah. So the level of testing, and there's 7 stages of testing, everything from the raw ingredients and making sure there's no bacteria and mold. So it goes through 7 levels of testing. It actually takes 8 weeks, I found out, to make a batch of this gel. You know, in addition to the 3 main ingredients, there's actually 20 whole leaf botanical herbs. They're all non-GMO, they're all organic, and they're whole leaf. They're not those freeze-dried powders. They're whole leaf herbs. And so with leaves, obviously they could have a little mold or bacteria. And so there's a stringent level of testing in an FDA compliant facility. So people say all the time, as you mentioned, the class of this product and drug, it can't be approved because it's a homeopathic. The FDA, as of today at least, will not approve homeopathics, nor will they approve vitamin supplements. It's not our rule, it's theirs. So we got the next best thing. We got it registered. We have an NDC code. Very proud of that. But the level of quality in this product is second to none. You know, it's so amazing. When I got started, we ran out of product in May. So basically, right when I was getting started, there was no more product, no more bottles. Well, people said, that's crazy. Really? Because as an entrepreneur, when you sell what the company thought was a year's worth of inventory in 4 months, that's a hell of a sign that you're in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely. We ran out of bottles, and Dr. Alex Goldstein threw 2 batches in the garbage and did the right thing because it didn't pass the FDA standards or his standards. He did the right thing and pissed a lot of people off because they didn't want to go without their gel. And we had some complaints and some issues and some red flags, but it was understandable, the situation. It'd be different if we had tons of bottles on the shelf and there wasn't demand for the product. And
you know,
we probably ought to think about wrapping this up because I think we're getting long-winded, man.
Yeah, I don't want to be too long, man. I listen, so we talked about the safety, we talked about the quality, we talked about why someone of your background and position is you know, working with this product and this company, why me with my real estate background, why I would be interested, what it's done for you, what it's done for me. The bottom line, guys, is this: if you're watching this, you need to try this product. No one's saying you need to get involved in the business end. If you need to make extra money, if you want to make extra money, wonderful. Get back to whoever invited you to this video. Get back to me. Get back to Darin. We'll tell you about the business side. But business aside, everybody over the age of 30 needs to try this product, in my opinion. And I firmly believe that. You know, if you want to try it, again, get back to whoever invited you. We're getting the word out, guys. This, you know, there's no links below. Click here and order. This isn't a sales pitch. This is a conversation. When I was so impressed with the background of Darin, I said, my God, if somebody like this is behind this product, the number of doctors and physicians and cancer surgeons that are literally joined. I saw one today, I posted on my wall. You guys look below. Another doctor joined the company. Extremely happy. There are physicians and all kinds of holistic practitioners raving about this product because it's never been done before. Again, the key word is category changer. Now, if you're a business entrepreneur, you realize what that means for you. If you're not and you don't care about that, you're doing great, wonderful. Well, then try the product and change your life physically.
Brian, can we talk to entrepreneurs for about 30 seconds before we part?
Yeah.
You're an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. How well are you doing? How long have you been working this business? And how well did you last month?
Well, you know, the FTC is funny about income claims, so I don't want to drop numbers on you, but I can tell you that I've been working this business for 7 months, 3 of which we had no product, and I'm making more in a week than I used to make in 2 months in real estate.
What?
Yeah, it's sick, dude. It's mind blowing.
I tell you what, I like hanging around guys like that because I started a little bit after you, and I can tell you that my income right now is more than what I'm making training clients one-on-one. And I got to tell you, personal trainers, some of them are doing great. I met a guy downtown last night in Chicago, an event that trains millionaires and billionaires and charges $20,000 a month. But the majority of trainers are struggling. Their passion turns into misery, and their families are suffering. And I'm telling you what, $1,000 or $2,000 really, really helps a lot. And
well, dude, wait. You people in real estate are no different. Listen, I've been doing that for 12 years. I started as an agent and then an investor. And let me tell you something, real estate agents in particular, you know, it's feast to famine. They're living between closings. Investors are living between houses they flip or houses they wholesale. You understand? Unless you have a huge rental portfolio, which is consistently paying you, or you control a bunch of notes, which are wonderful long-term strategies, these are the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur, whether it's personal training or real estate. So what I've been telling to all of my real estate crowd is, guys, create a passive residual income that you can do a few hours a week from your couch. And, you know, it'll fill in those gaps in the lean times. And that's what I think that's what most people want, man. People want security. That's the key, you know?
Yeah. And what I'm finding with this is it's a hustle, but it's so fun. This is so fun. If you want to make a grand or two or three a month, you got to hustle. You got to be coachable. You got to get out of your own way. But it's not like digging a ditch, Brian. This is the funnest thing that I've ever done. And I think we're going over. We
got to run. But you just said something. You said you want to make a grand or two or three a month. Some people watching this want to make that a day, and believe me, that's possible.
I tell you what, I'm right behind your trail. I'm right behind your trail.
You are, brother. So listen, Darin, thank you so much for coming on. I'm so excited to form a better relationship with you. I know we planned a lot of future things. We're going to do some testimonials. We're going to do some different things. We're going to lock arms and do some beautiful things together here, guys. You know, I want to, you know, thank you for watching this tonight. You know, this is the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life. And, you know, if nothing else but to try this product, I highly recommend every one of you get back to invite you here. You know, we're and what the other thing is, this isn't a script, right? Like you and I are not scripted kind of guys. We're just talking, you know. I love just talking to people, and that's what's so awesome about Facebook Live, you know.
Right.
Any final thoughts, Darin?
It was inevitable that we were going to crash together like two trains at that event because we're two alphas all jacked up on sugar.
It's exciting, man.
Parting words of wisdom. We got to do this again. This was so
fun.
We will. So much more to talk about.
And there's so many topics I wanted to ask you. We didn't get into. We want to keep these no more than a half hour because, you know, people are busy, and I get that. And sometimes people are scrolling to see the replay like, oh, it's an hour long. So we'll cut it now. But guys, keep your you know, eyes out, and, you know, probably within a week or so, me and Darin are going to talk. We'll do this again. New topics. We're going to drive deeper on some topics, and we're going to educate you guys on something that you need to be a part of. So on that note, guys, Darin, thank you. Everybody, thanks for watching. Have a good night, and God bless you.
Brian, I just wanted to say this is the most exciting thing I've ever done besides the birth of my kids. And I love training myself and training clients and get the endorphins going. But business-wise, this is the funnest thing that I've ever done. It's euphoric, man. I got so many people saying, why are you doing this, Darin? I can't not do this. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, hopefully people watching this are going to find that out real soon for themselves. Talk to you soon, brother.
Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Good night.